Tennis Borussia. That's a fantastic name. And the German Oberliga is back. That's a medium predictability league. That's on Saturday at 10:30. In fact, no, you know what? Let's be risky. Let's have a little. Let's live a little bit. Rochdale Rovers. That sounds like they're from Lancashire. Welcome back, football fans, to another previews and predictions video. In this one, we're going to be taking a look at the trends pages for the upcoming weekend. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Here it is, the trends pages. There is a lot to get through. Where should we start? I'm thinking we start with home wins because I can see a home team there. Let's try and say this right. Cruzeiro. Italian accent comes out every time. I'm not sure why. They are evens. They've won 8 out of 8. We covered them on the last video before they won 2-0, and I mentioned them again when they'd won 6 out of 6. They appear on the trends pages because they just keep winning. And will they win this one? Well, they've won every game, as you can clearly see, and they are playing against a team that has won just 25% of away games. So we'll dig into this game a little bit. You might not even need to. I think it's a great option. Evens, certainly. We'll see if it's a value bet based on the probability model and that kind of stuff. I'm doing my research off the cuff, doing it with you right now because I've not had time to, you know, write down my notes for games and stuff as I did with previous videos because I've been busy working on the site on some updates, some new pages, some new probability model outputs, and I'll show you the new corner predictions page, which is launching fully on Monday. You can access it right now if you are a season ticket holder, but we will get to all of that later. Let's take a look at this Cruzeiro game. Evens, open that in a new tab. So they've won 100% of games, of course, lost 0, of course, 3 points per game. Again, this is all obvious stuff. If we take a look at the results, we can see that they do have a defeat in recent times to Palmeiras, who are one of the better teams in Brazil for sure. If we look at Fortalez's games, they are in decent form, aren't they, to be fair? Maybe this is where the odds of evens come from, and this is where it is vital that you do dig into the game a little bit more. Their home form is exceptional. Their home form is exceptional, but their away form is patchy to say the least. They have scored in the last couple of games. They've won 2 games all season away from home. The probability model is giving us a 1.6 implied odds. Let's do an AI fixture simulation, just under 60% for this one, and we get a 1-0 victory. 2-0, quite a common scoreline there, but 1-0 was the most common scoreline. 4 clean sheets in the last 5 for Cruzeiro, and they've won every single home game. And I mean, I was quite startled by that home form versus away form, but let's see what happens in this one. Let me know what your thoughts in the comments. And just on that, any comment on this video, this means comments whilst I just clear my throat. Any comment is automatically entered into a draw to win OddAlerts Pro. Here's the winner from the previous video, not the video showing you the corner predictions launch thing, the one before that, the last predictions video. So here is the winner. Well done to you. I will be in touch as soon as I've finished recording this video. And if you want to win OddAlerts Pro, which includes all of the features and stuff on the website, filters, value bets, foul alerts, which are going to come back into their own once all the seasons around Europe start, which, I mean, we've got Scottish football this weekend, so it is getting underway pretty soon. Let's go back to trends, shall we, and find some more football. We'll stick to home wins before moving on to another market because we've got another 100% record here. Gold Coast Knights are 1.55, but they're playing a pretty decent team. Let's take a look at this game. So 9 wins from 9 for the Gold Coast Knights in the NPL Queensland division, 27 goal difference. Let's have a look at the goals. They are scoring 4.11 per game. This away team are no mugs by any stretch. They've conceded just 6, scored 2.13. Against any other team, you would say that is fantastic, but this team, Gold Coast Knights, are just a little bit better, aren't they? It is first against second in this division. Let's have a look at the results. 1.55 for the victory. I think it might be worth an alert if it creeps up to evens, depending on how this game starts. And they are a very good away team, aren't they? And they have won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games on the bounce, unbeaten in 10 games as well. The only defeat in recent times came to the team that they are playing on Friday. This one is on Friday at 11:30. So if you're watching this as this video goes out in the morning on Friday, this one might be for you. Now we're going to zoom into the away teams because it gives us the very worst home teams as well, which is always worth exploring. And Rochdale Rovers here, they've lost 7 out of 8 at home, and they're just over evens to do so again. They're playing on Saturday morning. Rochdale Rovers, that sounds like they're from Lancashire, not Australia. So this is another game from the NPL Queensland division. They've lost 88% of home games, and they're facing a team that isn't the best by any stretch, of course, but points per game 0.13, goals scored 0.63. Let's take a look at the stats for this one. So in terms of thoughts, when you get a game like this, the market said I would look at potentially are the double chance for the away team, even the draw potentially when it's two very bad teams. We'll just have a look at the double chance. Both teams to score is being offered at 1.5. Sometimes if you get two teams that just, concede for fun, I don't think that's the case with these two, especially the home team. They don't seem to score very much. 1.4 for an away win or victory, away win or draw. Sorry. Let's have a look at the data for the away team. Goal difference -10, goal difference -23 for the home team. These are two pretty poor teams. Shots on target 4 per game, 4.11. The home team, despite being terrible, is actually averaging more shots on target in life. So just 5 goals scored at home for Rochdale Rovers and 12 scored away from home, 1.33. So it is better, but these two teams are conceding for fun, 3.5 goals and 2.44. BTTS, I know that they failed to score in 50% of games, but BTTS, based on the conceding data, BTTS or over 2.5 goals has landed in 75% of home games and 78% of away games for both of these teams. Looking at the overall form now, they have conceded in 89% of games and 84% of games. And we'll take a look at the table just to see where these teams rank in terms of something like BTTS. So SC Wanderers 5th out of 12 teams for BTTS, just under 60%. So SC Wanderers to score potentially. So this is the recent form of Rochdale Rovers. I'm pretty sure they've immigrated to Australia from Lancashire. They sound like they're from Blackburn or something. 1-1, 1-0, 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, 4-0. So if you look at their home form, as we saw, they are winless. And they have failed to score in 3 of the last 4 games. They are conceding for fun. They conceded in 8 goals in a game in May, then 4, then 2, then 1. So it's been actually progressively getting better, to be fair. If we look at SC Wanderers, BTTS in the last 3, over 2.5 goals in 5 of the last 6 games. And they've had a tough run, to be fair. And you look at these victories here against the sort of mid-ranked teams, and then they played 2nd, 1st, 4th and 5th and got 1 point out of a possible 12, and they've scored goals. They've continued to score in those games. They've scored in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 of the last 5 games, and away from home, it's not looking great, just 2 victories, but of course they will fancy their chances in this one. Let's have a look at the odds for the victory, because 2.10, that's what we entered the game in, isn't it, through the trends pages. 2.19 is the peak. Let's have a look at the probability model finally, and we'll run an AI prediction. So the away win is 2.33, over 2.5 goals, 1.46, BTTS 1.55. So not too much difference, to be honest, between the model and the bookies, what they're offering at the minute. We will set a prediction for this on OddAlerts, and I'm going to go BTTS. I feel like it's a potentially safe bet, but still gets us the most points, without having to pick a winner. In fact, no, you know what? Let's be risky. Let's have a little. Let's live a little bit. We'll save this one. That one is saved, 2.33, and now we'll do an AI fixture simulation. I mean, this team is terrible, right? That's how we entered the game. 2-1 victory. An away victory, 2-1 was the most common scoreline. Incidentally, 1-1 under that. Interesting. I can't really see this one being a draw myself. Let me know what you think in the comments. Every comment automatically entered into a draw to win OddAlerts Pro. So this away list is sometimes how I enter games for BTTS. And this Chinese game, whilst, they don't concede many. Sorry, that's Shanghai Port, isn't it? 0.27. We'll just take a quick look at it, because we can look at the head-to-head data, we can look at the recent form between these two teams, because in China there's great teams at the top of the list, and they do concede when they play against each other, but they're very good against you know, the sort of minnows of the league, if you will. So we'll see what these teams are saying at the minute. And 3 defeats in the last 4. That's looking all right, isn't it? If you are thinking about BTTS, what about the home form would be the next question. And to be honest, it's 3 clean sheets in the last 4. But again, they're not playing against Shanghai Shenhua every week. Away from home, they've conceded no goals in the last 4. We're leaving this one. We're leaving it for BTTS. Looking at the odds, 1.9, you might want to put a double chance on or something, because Shanghai Shenhua look pretty good at the moment. They are unbeaten all season. And sometimes, you know, even if you are craving a market, even if you want to bet on BTTS, sometimes you just got to know when not to do it. Let's do an AI fixture simulation and just check the odds out. Away win 2.12. Over 2.5 goals. Unders could be a play for this one if it is a tight game. I'm going to go away win for my prediction on OddAlerts, and we'll do an AI fixture simulation, and then we'll actually check out the rankings as we approach the end of this video. It's another 2-1 victory, which, to be fair, you could see. Rankings, let's have a look at the current leader. So, Giuliano. Wow, what is going on? Giuliano has 52 points. He is well ahead, 2.03 per game, and he has 2 predictions left. If you're not aware of how the predictions work on OddAlerts, you get 28 predictions per week. You can use them in any way you want on any game. You get 1 prediction per game, and whoever's top at the end of the week, which is Sunday, every Sunday, new fresh game week, you get to win OddAlerts Pro. If we look at the previous game week 73, we can see that the winner was JW2711, who has actually won twice in the last sort of couple of months. So they've now got successive 3 months of OddAlerts Pro. So it's a good way to get OddAlerts Pro for free if you fancy your chances. And yeah, you can also see who is top for certain competitions, which is a new thing that was added for the Euros. The person that finished top of the Euros, David, I think his name was, he got £100. So yeah, I'm going to be doing more of this kind of competition sort of stuff, so get involved. So from away wins to over 2.5 goals, and we will take a look, and we've got odds for most of these games here. We can look at the overall form here, which is home form and away form combined. And you can see we've got some tasty odds. I'm going to go and set some alerts. I'll be back in 1 second. And there we go. Alerts are set. Any that was sort of under 1.3 or under, which was all of these games for the overall form. I just did the first page. But you can see that, you know, these games, the bookies really, really do expect there to be 2 or more, more than 2 goals, 3 or more goals. And why not? I mean, 19 out of 20 for this game. What I've done, any that was 1.3 or under, I've said, let me know if it hits 1.6 or higher, and I will investigate that one in play now. You can pick some of these for doubles. What we're going to do to end this video is take a look at the corner predictions page, which is new, and then we are also going to do a couple of bet slips on the Betslip generator. So this is the new corners page, and we're looking at over 9.5 corners here. And I'm just going to scroll for you to see. Little bug there, don't know why it's showing the corner count. You can look at the results as well at any time, and you can see the odds in line. Click on the odds, and it'll bring the odds movement tool up. You can drag that around, and yeah, feel free to, you know, look at these, screenshot, pause, or you can check out the page yourself. oddalerts.com/corner predictions. This is live right now, and with that said, let's now jump to the Betslip generator. So these are my settings at the moment. We're going for doubles, target odds of 2.5, and we are going to be looking at over 2.5 goals, and let's bump this up to 65%. Should we put 1.5 goals in there as well? I'll just leave this at the moment. Value bets only. Let's put medium in there as well. Medium, good and high. Time frame, next 5 days. We hit get, and we get our games. We've got a double here on Saturday and Friday. Tennis Borussia, that's a fantastic name. And the German Oberliga is back. Let's celebrate that together, because that is a superb league for goals, for BTTS, for the alerts, for everything. It is fantastic. First half goals Honestly, check out the league page. I'll link it in the comments. It is superb. Europa League happening today as I record this on Thursday. Saturday here. You can, feel free to just pause. Perth against Melbourne in the Australian FFA Cup. That's a medium predictability league. That's on Saturday at 10:30. And the Scottish League One, Scotland. Football's back in Scotland. Incredible. 66% probability for over 2.5 goals. This is using competitive data from the previous season, so just bear that in mind. Probability model can adjust at all times and will adjust, when new games are played. And, after about 10 games of the season, you'll start to see a difference in certain teams, of course, as they've signed new players or lost managers, whatever it is. Yeah, this is the Betslip generator. It does the hard work for you, and you can feel comfortable because it's based on the probability model. You know that it's giving you value bets only as well, which is really nice. You can hit run again at any time, and keep running again until you're happy with what you've got, or you want to just mix it up and find different games. So that was a bit of a different video. It's I've not planned it. I don't know if you can tell by this video that I haven't planned it, but I've got more work to do on the corner predictions page. I've got more work to do on the API. I've got more work to do on other stuff. But I still wanted to get this video out for you. I know you appreciate the predictions videos. So if you have liked this video, please hit like, subscribe, comment, and everything. And if you comment, you'll be entered into a draw to win OddAlerts Pro. As I said at the start of the video, as I say in every video, now run the outro track. I forgot the outro. I forgot the track on the last video, but I've not forgot it on this one. Hit it.
Football drives our hearts. Data plays its part. Value bets we seek with Joe from OddAlerts.com. Come along for the ride, where stats and passion collide. Find the edge inside with Joe from OddAlerts.com. Winning more than just a game. Joe's the one to take the fame. Value bets ignite the flame at OddAlerts.com. Our hearts, data plays its part. Value bets we seek with Joe from OddAlerts.com. Come along for the ride, where stats and passion collide. Find the edge inside with Joe from OddAlerts.com. Winning more than just a game. Joe's the one to take the fame. Value bets ignite the flame at OddAlerts.com. along for the ride, where stats and passion collide. Find the edge inside with Joe from OddAlerts.com.